Welcome back, guys. So it has been a long time. Well, what feels like forever. Today we're gonna work on the hood. So my problem is I got this hood from a buddy for free. He was in an accident and was getting a new hood. This hood was trash. The latch was missing and everything else, but I was like, well, I'm already cutting up the hood, whatever. So I was like, if you don't want it, I'll take it off your hands. So I ended up with this carbon fiber hood. So over the years, it's been cracked and not in the best of condition. And also, when I originally installed it, it was, when I did the body panels on the car, they exactly weren't lined up. And when I put the hood on and drilled everything, the hood has actually been on the car crooked like its whole life since it's been on the car. So we're gonna fix a few things. I'm gonna have to cut out these pieces. I don't know when I plan on doing that. I'm gonna have to cut out the hood latch pieces to redo those. Then probably have to cut bigger holes, and then that's a whole nother video, which I haven't even started. My main focus is this. So with this being broke, this is my main support, or this is what supports it. So this is really floppy and loose. Well, since I have these quick release hinges, and with this being broke, not very stable at all. So we're gonna work today and try to get this solid so I don't have to go back to OEM latches, which I don't mind to, but I just like the option to take the hood off because it just makes it easier to work on things sometimes, and honestly it's just way easier to get it out of my way to do the things I need to do on it. So, but with that being said, let's start getting to it. I'm gonna get this gel coat off and try to get this ready for some fiberglass. Let's get to it. Alright, I got my die grinder with my disc on it. Let's get to it. As you can see, I got all the gel coat off. Gonna wipe it down. Then we'll start mixing and then cutting the strips to fuse that together. Alright, now we got this all clean and wiped down. I think now we can get the fiberglass sheets out. Just need to cut me a few. Now, pretty sure you're supposed to have fiberglass scissors. Which I don't have. But these Harbor Freight ones seem to work great. Alright. Make sure this piece is long enough. Oh yeah, we Gucci. Alright, now that we got that sitting, you know, let's go back to, I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're just going to let that sit and dry and see what happens. I'm not going to mess with it. I got it clamped down here, that way it stays together a little bit better, and kind of go from there. I feel like I'm probably going to have to do more layers, but we'll let that resin dry and see what happens, and then kind of go from there. Alright, now this is dry now, so now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to cut this section out that I did right here, and then just that way it doesn't look so ugly. I'm going to cut this out, and then we'll sand it down and make sure it's all good. So let's get to this. Alright, so we got that all cut. I mean, it looks decent, I guess. So we'll go ahead. I'm gonna get the sander out. I'm gonna sand this down a little bit smoother because it's a little lumpy, and smooth that out, clean this all up, and then get it painted, and go from there and see how it turns out. I mean, I'm not looking for looks. I mean, it's just a hood. I'm just being cheap, and I don't want to buy another carbon fiber hood, because especially since this one was free, I'm going to ride this one out until I can't no more. So let's go ahead and get the sander out and keep going at it. I got my sander out. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get some of this. I might have to do this, most of it with the hand sander. But it suggests 180 when you're sanding this down, but all I have is 150. So we'll just end up using this. I'll just go a little slow and easy. So we got that all smooth for the most part. Now we're gonna, I might get my hand in there and try to smooth that out just a little bit, and then we'll clean it up. I mean, it's still strong. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm not really too worried about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the hand sander. All right, I couldn't find my sander, so I'm just going to use the one off the actual sander. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and blow this off. I'm going to use the prep spray that I used before I painted the bag. That seemed to work pretty good. Get all that dirt and everything off. Get that on. Now I do have a little spot here that I noticed not that long ago. There's a little spot here that's cracked. I was gonna do a layer of stuff on it, but I kind of decided against it. But I did buy this bonding glue. It's called Clear Weld, that I'm gonna use to put the pieces coming apart here back together and try to keep this in one piece. And hopefully it works pretty decent. Never used this stuff before, so we'll just have to figure out how it does. Oh, that comes out a little bit faster than I thought it was going to. Okay. Well, I guess I should have done a little practice before I did this. Okay. I'm gonna kind of just spread this down. Try to get it underneath everything that I need it to try to get this back together. Yeah, I kind of did not think that was going to be like that. Don't know what I was expecting, but it really wasn't this. Alright. Try to hold this thing together. It's quick setting, so you gotta be quick, unlike me. So hopefully that stuff dries, and then hopefully it worked out okay. Alright, so we're back out here. This is actually still drying. It's actually been a little bit. So, but I'm just gonna put a quick coat on this. I'm not really worried about this right now. Alright guys, it's a couple of days later. So I've got this kind of done. Kind of looks kind of bad. Looks a lot worse in person than it does on camera. But I'd also like to point out that your boy is kind of dumb. I did not realize when I was mixing that clear weld that it was supposed to be mixed together, not mixed as you used it. So this was supposed to dry in like an hour or two, and it's a couple days later and it's still kind of wet. So obviously I didn't mix it right. I'm honestly not that worried about it, and I'm probably just gonna end up running it like this. I really don't care. I mean, have you seen the rest of the hood? I'm not that worried about it. I mean, if this hood blew off, I really wouldn't be that upset. I would probably just end up putting a steel hood back on, because your boy's too broke to buy another carbon hood. But anyways, I think this turned out decent. This didn't turn out terrible. I mean, obviously it's noticeable, but I mean, it's sturdy. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's going to be any issues. So I mean, other than that, it's really all I had for this video. Still waiting on the fab guy. He's working on a car right now, so I'm hoping really soon that the car can get in for fab. And we can get moving and I can get down to the track and, you know, actually start enjoying this car a little bit more than other than just letting it sit here like this. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting the blues a little bit, if you want to call it that. I get like this when the car's not ready, not really too drivable and everything else. I mean, the car still needs an alignment. The car needs a decent amount still. I mean, not like a crazy amount. It's nothing that I couldn't do. I just want to get all the fab and all that stuff done before the car gets aligned. I do have something cool coming for the car. If you've been following, I might have said a few things about possibly street car things. Now, when I mean street car things, I don't mean I'm gonna go out and cruise all night. As you can tell, I had the fuel cell. I'm not driving all over to just drive around. Obviously, this is still pretty much a race car. It's just more or less, you know, drive it around further than just around the block and then everything else. You know, I don't want to be able to drive this car very far to begin with. Because for one, I built it and I don't trust my build. Not really, but I just don't want anything to happen. This is more or less of a drag car, so I just want to be able to enjoy it and drive it around a little bit. Not daily it, as I would call it. So, but I got some things in the works, and I'm hoping they all work out. I don't see why they wouldn't. So, but that's really all I got. When the other stuff comes in, or if I got any other updates for anything else, I'll plan on making another video. I don't know if I plan on... The hood needs adjusted, because when I originally put the hood on, it's all crooked and there's gaps everywhere. The hood doesn't sit flush with the bumper. It sits kind of sideways. I plan on fixing that later. I mean, this hood isn't obviously in any perfect shape or anything, so I don't really care. Who knows, I might not even do it at all. But anyways, I mean, that's really all I have for this video. I just want to thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry, it was probably a boring video. I don't know how long it is. It probably won't be very long. But I just appreciate you guys hanging around and watching and following the build. This has been kind of fun doing this, other than taking videos and of it being down at the track and everything else. But like I said, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. I'm really shooting to bring the 9th gen SI back to the channel, or well, not back to the channel, but bring it to the channel. I had stuff done to it a long time ago. I did car shows and stuff, and I kind of did car show stuff. But if I bring it back to the channel, it would be for more or less street fun, kind of. I kind of want to do a build series with it. I'm not really sure how to go about it or what I want to do. I really want to turbo it, but that's probably going to be a ways away. Most of my money goes into this car. I'm not really too worried about the other car right now, but what sucks is me buying everything that I've already sold off the car years ago, or a couple years ago. I'm going to be buying all that stuff again for it, but I kind of miss enjoying it the way I used to. I'm just not going to do it as much. Like, it was on Air Ride and everything else. If you guys been following on that car back on Instagram years ago when I used to go to Slammed Enough and all that and travel around with all the car clubs. But yeah, definitely plan on maybe bringing that to the channel. I wouldn't expect it's not going to be the main car unless, you know, I win the lottery or something. But it's a thought to bring it to the channel. So we'll see what happens. I want to see what your guys' thoughts are. If you guys want to see the 9th Gen on the channel, you know, that's an easy car. I can just hop in and drive around, but it's stock, so it's slow. But thank you guys again, and see you on the next one. Peace.